Well, to talk more about this, we are joined in studio by SABC News reporter Canny Maphanga. Canny, a good morning to you. I think it really has been such a long journey for the former president where this matter is concerned. I think let's start off with really what it was that he was trying to achieve, for a bit of context for those that I suppose aren't able to catch up with what's happening, right? A bit of context as to what the former president was attempting to do today.
Well, good morning to you, Naledi, and to the viewers at home. So what we're dealing with essentially here is a private prosecution bid. You may remember that the former president came up with 3 categories. That was the alleged accused, alleged accomplice, and an alleged accessory after the fact, which he was trying to privately prosecute President Cyril Ramaphosa in that last category. What we're dealing with here is that third category, or that third matter, if I could refer to it that way. So you may remember earlier this year, the President Ramaphosa, was successful in convincing the court that the private prosecution itself was unlawful. Therefore, the court declared it invalid and set it aside. Now, because of that judgment, he is unable to continue with that private prosecution in the criminal court. Now, we've seen him go back and forth in the Gauteng High Court and the criminal court to ensure that that matter is off the roll. Remember, the rules are different in the criminal court. If you do not show up for that matter in your capacity as a private prosecutor, it will immediately get struck off the roll. Yeah. So he's had to keep up these appearances and keep seeking postponement dates as he's trying to continue with his private prosecution. So what we saw last month is that he went to the court of first instance, that is the Gauteng High Court in Johannesburg, seeking leave to appeal, arguing, among other things, that another court may come to a different conclusion. Right. So what we've seen today is the court, in a unanimous judgment, give out the order that it's dismissed with costs. We expect that the full judgment will be on SAFLI later today, with the full reasons behind such a decision. Yeah, well,
what are the implications of that for the former president? And I suppose now the question then becomes the options that he has available to him.
Well, the implications of today's dismissal by the Gauteng High Court is that, in effect, in the absence of any further appeals, the full bench judgment still stands. So he cannot pursue this private prosecution of President Cyril Ramaphosa in that third category of an alleged accomplice to the alleged leak of his health records in the corruption trial that he's currently facing in the KZN High Court sitting in Pietermaritzburg. So as of now, in the absence of any further appeals by him, that judgment still stands following the dismissal by the Gauteng High Court. Of course, he can try to seek further appeals. He can try petition the SCA, or the matter can finally end up in the Apex Court, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be successful. However, as we speak today, following this dismissal, it means that full bench judgment still stands as it is, and no private prosecution of President Ramaphosa may continue in the criminal courts with regards to his private prosecution bid.
Have we gotten any reactions from, around this time already, you would have gotten a reaction from, say, the JG Zuma Foundation or even the presidency?
Well, I'm sure they'll react to this dismissal later today. It was a few minutes ago that the Gauteng High Court gave this very short order, and we expect that the full reasons will be provided in the judgment that will be uploaded on SAFLI in a few hours, we expect. So after that, I'm sure we'll get much reaction from the parties involved regarding this latest dismissal and the private prosecution bid.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for the update. Canny Maphanga, the SABC News reporter, joining us on the agenda this morning.